button. For today, our target is to cover the concept of inheritance in Java for class. Fine. Then I'll try to cover the concept of polymorphism. So two topics I'll try to cover. Fine. So this class is organized by IT career makers, and you can contact anytime for any kind of reference material, any kind of like support in future. So you can keep these references. Fine guys. Now I'm going to proceed further. Like today our topic is to cover these topics in Selenium. Fine. See, let me design one more package here. New package, and I will give the package name as say that today is we are in September, right? September 21. Finish. Fine. Then I will go to class. Some people are saying I am not audible. Is that like so?
No, you're audible.
So let me announce so that fine guys. So today we are going to cover like what is inheritance in Java. So first let me go to new, then go to class, and I am going to create one class over here like child. Fine. And let me create one public static void main over here. So my basic design pattern I will create like this, and I will put this. Is it like so? I'm not audible. Like multiple people are saying that. Let me check my audio connection.
Even now it's fine. Now it's fine from your end.
But people are still like saying that I'm not audible. Hi?
No, it's fine. It's fine. They will ask in the chat. Don't worry.
Fine. So let me copy one class from previous sessions. Yeah, that's fine. I will copy this for demo purpose. Hi all. Still I'm like getting chat messages like people can't hear me. I'm not sure why. See, we have like one class here. You can see demo class, and we have three variables here. One is like integer type, one is character type, and one is string type. We have defined like one constructor over here to initialize the default variable, and we have two methods here. So these are like default method, you can see default method. And let me remove the main method because I don't need it. I will put some more variables over here because I want to show you the concept of public, private, protected and default over here once again. So let me create int x1, int x2, int x3, int x4. Fine. And I will put private over here, I will put public over here, I will put protected, and I will put default. Fine. Sorry, default is not required, it's not the keyword here. So we have designed like 4 variables over here. So in this, hello.
Yes, Rajiv, tell me please.
Still
Hello?
people are like saying that I am not audible. You can see in the chat.
न्यू मीटिंग आईडी फिर कैसे शेयर करूंगा मैं सबके साथ?
That's true.
एक्चुअली जिनके प्रॉब्लम है ना वो डिस्कनेक्ट करें, मैं उनको रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर कर दूंगा, ठीक है?
Right.
अब पॉसिबल नहीं है अब नया सेशन क्रिएट करना, ठीक है?
Okay, okay.
जिनको प्रॉब्लम है ना एक बार डिस्कनेक्ट करके फिर से मीटिंग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, फिर नई मीटिंग बनाना वो टफ डिफिकल्ट हुआ कर वो।
Fine guys, so we have created like 4 variables over here. You can see private, public, protected and default. And let me like put it, no problem, because I'm just creating it for demo purpose. And let me remove this method, not required.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
what is it?
Yeah, hi Raju. This is Manjeet.
Yes.
Yeah, could you please let me know the uses of having protected public, private inside the class?
So yesterday's session you missed, right?
Yeah, I have missed the class.
So that's
Okay,
why
we will share last session with you after this class. We will share the videos.
Okay,
we had this
Okay,
session yesterday. Fine. So that's why you are asking. You can go for like videos. I have already recorded and shared on the YouTube. Fine. So here I am doing
yeah,
what I am doing. I am just creating a class for demo, and I am just creating like 4 variables for demo purpose. Fine. And what I am doing here, I am just creating one constructor. This is called constructor. Like you will come to know in this session also, I will like try to explain that topic in which you will be having confusion. Fine. So there is no issue. For you should focus on these 4 variables. That what are these 4 variables? Private, it means it is not accessible outside the class. Public, it is accessible within the entire project. Say that my project name is demo, Java demo September. So it is accessible throughout the project. Protected is accessible outside the package into the child class. Fine. And this is default. It means it is not accessible outside the package. Say that I have designed this in the package number September 21. So like default is not accessible outside the package. And I have also put like class as public. It means this class is allowed to access outside this package. Fine. So within the same project, this class and member of this class would be allowed to access. Fine. So that's why we have designed into such manner. So this is my like class, and what I will do, I will put here parent for demo. So I am getting like compilation error. You don't need to worry about that. You just mouse over here and click on rename compilation unit. So it will automatically change your file name. And again I am getting here like constructor name. So I should update the constructor name here too. You can see over here. You can see like my design part has been complete. So this would be my parent and I am going to use this parent class into the child class. So there are two ways of using that. Yesterday we had some demo about that, but today again I would like to explain it. Fine. One way is has a relationship and one way is a relationship. So has a relationship says that you should create an object of parent class into the child class. Fine. And there should be no relation between parent and child because they would be separate. So this concept is called has a relationship. Let me explain has a relationship. Has a relationship. It simply says go to the parent class. It means the class you want to make the relation and go to the class where you want to use this obj is equal to new and again the class name and constructor open and close. So this is one concept and this is called like has a relationship. Second way we can use like we can make someone parent and someone child. Like here I have designed all such things in my this parent class, like class name is demo java parent. Fine. So here I want this class as a parent and this class as a child. So there is one keyword in Java called extends. Fine. And here you simply need to use this class name as parent. Fine. So this is like design part and this concept in Java is called is a relationship. Or you can say inheritance. Fine. So this is called easy relationship or you can say inheritance in Java. So for class there are some basic rules you should know about inheritance. If you are having class here in the right side and class here in the left side, so only one class name is allowed. So at a time only one class can be inherited. So this is parent and this is child. So parent is kept in the right side and child is kept in the left side. So this is like design pattern. You should be aware about this pattern, like how you are going to create. So this is the basic rule. Like you can only have one class here. Fine. And if you are using a class parent and class as child. And one more concept I would like to, as of now you don't know the concept of interface, but here I would like to tell you something about interface. Fine. So if you are having here interface in the right side and class in the left side, so this keyword will change as implements. Fine. Second rule says that, and third rule says that you cannot have class here and interface this side. So like class cannot be a parent of interface. This is very important point to remember. Class cannot be the parent of interface in Java, but interface and class can be parent of class. I repeat, interface and class can be parent of a class in Java. Fine. And for interface, I would like to tell you, interface can be implemented in class. Interface can be extended to interface. I repeat, interface is implemented in class. Interface is extended in interface. Class is extended in class, but class cannot be a parent of interface. Fine. But for interface, you can have multiple inheritance. If you are using interface, that topic I will cover in the interface session. But as of now, this concept is very, very important. You should know how to design. So what happens? Why we are using inheritance? What is the purpose of inheritance? Let me discuss that point. So what happens if you are making parent-child relationship? Simply come to the parent first. So whatever the members you have designed, the members could be like data variable and method. Not constructor. This is constructor, but if you are having some kind of method, let me design one method like void a method method 1, and let me copy this line of code and change it. We are in method 1, method 1. So this is like default. You can see I have not put any public, private, protected or default access modifier. So by default it is a default method of this class. So when you will make a parent-child relationship, so private would not be accessible. It means you cannot inherit the private property of any class into child class. Fine. But for others, you can have it. Fine. So here one more concept is coming, that whether the parent-child relationship what you are creating is in the same package or outside the package. It is in the same package or outside the package. As of now you can see both the classes, parent class and child class, are into the same package, and package name is September 21. Right? So here like no such restriction if you are in the same package, but if you are going to create it into different package, like parent is existing in some other package, child is existing in different package, so there you have to like be aware about some rules. Fine. But as of now we will see here what will happen. We have simply created this is like has a relationship and this is like called is a relationship. So here how many types you can access? See, this is one way, like you are directly creating object of, this is called object of parent and reference type of parent. This is one way, right? See here, after equal to you are creating one object, and before equal to you are creating one reference variable name is obj, and this is the type of reference variable. Fine. So this is one way. Now I will explain you the second way. You just need to use child name equal to obj1, I'm taking here for demo, and new, and parenthesis open and close. So this is like object of child. So object of child, here it is allowed, and this is like reference type of child. See, this is like second concept, and third concept which is very, very important, like you can create the parent class. Say that this class is parent, this is parent class. So simply come here equal to obj3 equal to new and object of child class. This is allowed in Java. Let me explain this concept. This is pretty simple. This is very, very understandable, no confusion. This is also no confusion. It's pretty simple, like you are creating object of child class, you are creating reference type of child class. But if you are creating parent-child relationship, this is parent and this is child, so reference type of parent and object type of child is allowed. So this is one way of using the concept of inheritance, and via this concept I will explain you polymorphism. this is the base, and in the after few times I will also explain polymorphism. So this is the rule. First you should know that you can create the reference type of parent class. Left side should be parent and right side could be parent or child. Fine guys. This is, you can see over here. If you will remove it, say that I am removing here extreme. So you can see I am getting the compile time error, because if there is no relation, like no parent child relation, so in that case it is not allowed. But if you are having like parent child relationship, then it is allowed in Java. So till now, if anyone has any confusion, then they can ask me. Like this is the design pattern. I will explain how to use it. I'm just making you know that this is allowed in Java. Like 3 ways you can use it. So till now, if anyone has any confusion, then let me know so that I can proceed. Anyone has any confusion? No confusion? So let me proceed further. Fine guys. So the design part has been complete. Now what will happen if I will make it as parent and this will as child. So let me go further and explain it. Int y1. Fine. This is int y1 and let me define one constructor over here. This is the constructor of child class. Sysop control space. Fine. Child class constructor. Let me comment this part, because one by one I will try to execute and explain. See, you have one constructor in the parent class, you have one constructor in the child class, right? You are creating object of parent class over here. Fine. And if you will run it, I am simply creating one object of parent class. So object of parent class, it is created. So you can see parent class constructor has been called. Fine. Let me put here parent so that you should aware about that. Although it is like parent class, it is child class, but you are creating here with the has a relationship. You are using has a relationship. So no constructor of the child class has been invoked, because constructor always invoked at the time of object creation. So you are not creating any object of child class, so this constructor is not being called. Fine. And let me comment this. And now let me come to this part. And let me comment this. This time I am creating the object of child class and reference type of child class. If I am executing here this, you can see the parent class constructor will be invoked first. This is very important concept. Why it is happening? Let me explain that point. So by default, if you are designing one constructor or you are not designing any constructor, like by default constructor is automatically being created in Java, and that constructor is keeping the super keyword. Super is a keyword that is being used for calling the immediate parent class. So by default this keyword is present. It's by default. So this is the calling of constructor of the parent class. Either you are going to write it or not. By default it is the first statement automatically kept. So if you are creating any constructor, so at that time, like due to this line it will call this, and due to super it will call the parent type constructor, parent class constructor. So that's the reason this statement is coming, because I have already commented the previous one. You can see I'm just creating the object of child class here. So when you are creating the object of child class, it will go to this constructor, and this constructor will call the constructor of parent class. So first parent class constructor will be called, then the child class constructor will be executed. So that's the reason it is coming in this fashion. You should be aware about this question, because in interview this question has been asked multiple times, that if you are having parent and child relationship between two classes, so which keyword is present in the child class constructor? That is super. Always remember. And what would be the order of execution? So order of execution would be parent class constructor would be called first, then child class constructor would be called. Note it down. This is important interview question, and in interview they will be going to ask this question about constructor. Fine. So very important. Say that what will happen if I will not write this constructor. Let me run this and see the output. See, this is calling the child class constructor, although you have not written the code, but due to it's the mechanism, or you can say implementation design given in Java, that every class in Java is having the by default constructor, and that default constructor would be calling the immediate parent class constructor first. So due to that it is calling this constructor, and due to that this line of code has been printed on the console. Fine. In the both the cases, either you are going to write your constructor or not, or either you have written, either you have not written. In both the cases parent class constructor would be invoked first, then only the child class constructor. Fine. And even if this class is not having the constructor, then also it will be invoking the parent class constructor, then the child class constructor. So it is the rule for default. Fine. So first let me clear about that thing. I hope it is clear to you. Now I will come to this point. Let me copy this, comment this. What will happen if I will use parent class as a reference and child class as object? Fine. So let me execute. You can see for constructor there is no change. You can see over here, because this will call the constructor of the child class, and child class constructor would be invoking the parent class constructor. So for constructor there is no change, but for other things you should know what are the changes. Fine. See here you are having one variable x, char, name, x1, x2, x3 and x4. So only x1 is private. You can see over here. So when you will try to use this obj3 and put a dot operator, you can see here x1 is not visible to you. All the red symbols are gone. All the red symbols are gone because you are using it outside the class. Fine guys. And others are visible. You can see these are variables. So blue symbol it's default, yellow symbol it means protected, and green symbol you can see green symbol. So green symbol is public. Fine. So this is the very important concept you should be knowing. And one thing I would like to bring in your notice, see there is one more variable. This is y1, because this is also interview question. That's why I have put it intentionally, and let me explain that what will happen. you have created the object of child class, fine, but you have like created the reference of parent class. So if you are using like a reference class, reference of parent class, so via dot operator you cannot access the members of child class. You can see over here y1 is not visible, right? It is not visible over here. So this is also interview question. They will be keep on asking. They will try to confuse you. Like, can we create like child class reference and parent class object? So that is not allowed. Let me go through that point and I'll show you the compile time error. That this is parent, right? I will keep parent in the right side over here, equal to new, and child, this is child. See, you are getting compile time error here. It is saying that child class reference and parent class object is not allowed. This is also interview question because they will be trying to confuse you. Can we create child class reference and parent class object? So say no, we cannot. I hope this is clear. So see here, via reference of parent class you cannot access the variables of child class, points number and members also, like methods also. Even methods you cannot access, but if I will try to explain with some methods also, but first variable I should make you clear that y1 is not visible. Say that you have designed one method here like void method 5. I'm just designing it for demo purpose so that you should come to know about that. Let me copy this line of code and paste it. We are in method find. Inside method find. Fine. Again I am coming here, putting here dot operator. You can see method 1 is visible, but method 5 it is not coming here. The reason is for that if you are having parent type reference, so via parent type reference you cannot access the members of child class. So rule says that you cannot access the members. So member 8 is like y1 and method 5. So that is why it is not accessible with parent class reference. So this I wanted to make you pretty clear about this thing because these are like very important interview question. This is a symbol for comment, you can see over here. Now pretty simple concept. What will happen if I will use like that? So this is the reference of child class and this is the reference of child class and this is the object of child class. So all the members of the parent class except private one would be now the member of child class, automatic. Fine. So via this object reference, put a dot operator and see what are the things available for you. Because in interview they will be asking this concept. See, you can see over here. You can see y1 it is of child, the method 5 it is of child, and other things are coming from parent. Demo parent, demo parent, demo parent, demo parent, child, and method 1 is coming from parent and method 5 is coming from child. You can see over here. Fine guys. And what are the other things? These are coming from object. So object is the parent, like grandparent you can say. Object is the grandparent for child class. See, this is one parent, this is child, and what is the object? So object would be parent of this. Object is the parent of this class. So object is grandparent of this. So this is called multi-level inheritance. This concept is called multi-level inheritance. Object is the parent of demo parent and demo parent is the parent of child. So this is called So this is allowed in Java. Multi-level inheritance for class allowed, and like single inheritance for class is allowed in Java. Fine. I hope I have covered this topic, like what is inheritance for class.
राजीव
Yes.
राजीव
Yes.
इस क्लास में काफी लोगों को प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, तो इस क्लास को ना ज्यादा लंबी मत ले जाओ आज। पता नहीं कुछ ज्यादा ये दिक्कत आ रही है सबको।
टेक्निकल इशू है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
फाइन, ठीक है, तो आज इतना ही पे रोकते हैं फिर।
हाँ, आज यहीं पर रोक देते हैं, फिर हम कल करेंगे, ठीक है।
Fine, fine. We can start tomorrow, and tomorrow we will try to cover polymorphism.
ओके
So inheritance we have covered today, and via inheritance, like what are the things and how we are accessing those things. Fine.
Okay.
So I'm like disconnecting the session for today.
Actually, most of the guys are facing some issue.